Hi, folks, and welcome to one of the big occasions on the college football calendar. Two teams that have earned their right to play for the championship of the ACC. Think about all the playoff and national championship dreams that have been launched from this stadium. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Looking to throw. It's Uiagalelei. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early. Obviously, the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Set up. It's a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Martinez. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
We're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to throw. It's Ward. Tries the right with a quick throw. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's fresh coverage now from these DBs. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
And the Noles line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. Finds room at the 30. Using a strong stiff arm. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, I thought he might take that one all the way to the house. What a nice job by being able to find that lane in that defense. He picks up big yards, and the defense is fortunate to get him out of bounds there inside the 10-yard line.
Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
This is why running the football is so important. Run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
To throw, it's Uiagalelei. Looking to scramble. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. Tight end was wide open. How do they lose track of the big fella down there, Kirk?
I don't know. I wish I knew. The defense, to me, looks like they just were so locked in on defending the goal line, they forgot about the tight end. That'll probably be the easiest touchdown throw and catch we see in the game today.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Miami offense back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the same runner's got it again. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. touchdown, Knowles.
Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Second down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Ward. Running out of time in the pocket. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. There's a wide open receiver, complete. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Grab down the middle. It's Restrepo. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. You put that on a rope.
The Hurricanes pick up enough yardage for a first down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start at the 25. Should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Looking for a gap, it's Toafili. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or
here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, the offense takes the shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. To throw, it's Uiagalelei. Bringing pressure. Contact as he threw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but the veteran quarterback paid a price for that completion.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
The Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking for some space. It's Toafili. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The short completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw, and you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. There's the handoff. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
The offense has a big play here, but really put themselves in a hole on 1st and 2nd down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on 3rd down, but it's still 4th down. Can they pick up the first?
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a 35-yard attempt. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking for the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect it to his receiver downfield.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Scanning the field. It's Ward. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
First down and 10 now. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he fires the football to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown for the U.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kicking team out for the PAT drive. The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Now he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Looking for a deep completion. It's caught. They will rule that a catch. A huge gain through the air.
Arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. Here's the second down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Receiver makes the catch. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, obviously you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. On the return, it's Restrepo. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And here comes the Miami offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Canes are in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for a first down and goal.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
First and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback. Kirk, if you're a defense, trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. You saw that exactly on this score right here.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. The DB's backing off from the line now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Benson. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Scanning the field. It's Uiagalelei. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles. They're set now to try the PAT. The PAT puts them up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And they heave it deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Trying for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Looking to pass. It's Ward. Finds an open target on the left side. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. We go with a direct snap. Powers through the tackle. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Just destroying defenders. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
Hey, Chris, how about the running back here on 3rd down and 1? He's so focused on trying to just pick up a couple yards for the first down. You could almost see him slightly hesitate there once he hit that initial surge from that defense and was still on his feet. He's looking around. There's nobody to slow him down, so he gets huge yards on this play.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
The Hurricanes are going to cash in here in the red zone. Heading left after the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Canes keep the football on the move. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They're going to run the option. They'll toss it to the back. He'll be stopped for a loss on the play. The defense all over the option that time.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Canes. That puts them on top in the second half. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he fields it inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
So if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Seminoles come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Looking to pass this time. Grab down the middle. It's Holmes. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
It's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Noles are in the red zone. They'll hand it off.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First and goal, handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Dropping back to Uiagalelei. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. And here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Using his legs, it's Martinez. Jukes the defender, gets brought down after a solid game.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's third and long for this offense, football right at midfield. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The Canes will bring their punt team onto the field when he comes for his second punt of the game. Bringing it back, it's Holmes. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the bunch formation. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Dropping back into Uiagalelei. Pressure is coming. He's running out of time here. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And looking for a big play here. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's third down and 3. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Martinez. Fighting off the defender. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances. This guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Picked off, a crucial turnover. Can he take it all the way? Past the 40. Out past the 30. The 10. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, the defense does exactly what they needed to do here by coming up with the interception with less than 2 minutes to go. They get the ball back to their quarterback, and now they've got a chance to possibly win this game.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? And the wideout goes in motion. That's a design quarterback keeper. Nowhere to run up the middle. And Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second and goal for the offense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. The pass rush closing in. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Touchdown, Florida State, to take the lead in the final minute.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. He's looking deep here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, give them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The offense really clicking here. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. With the catch, it's Porton. And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there. And the Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
Interesting scenario here, Chris. Down by 3. A field goal obviously ties it here in the last few seconds. But do they take a chance? Do they potentially throw the ball into the end zone to try to go for the win? I think I'd kick it.
Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. With 5 seconds to go, this would send us to overtime. And he knocks that one right through. And in the final seconds, we had a tie ball game. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Man, Calm, cool, and collected. No doubt. Pressure is on. He delivers. I think we're looking at overtime here.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete as time runs out of regulation. We are headed to overtime. So first and 10, our first play of overtime. Handoff to the back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Will he score here? Touchdown, Miami. They strike first in OT. Well, the defense has had no answer for this pitch and catch combination. They are closing in the conference championship.
You know, the receiver's coming up with a lot of these touchdowns, but I really want to focus in on this quarterback because he's making such good decisions with the football. He's finding his guy. They're moving him around, finding different ways to get him the ball, and I just love to see the quarterback. Anytime you're making good decisions and you're making accurate throws, you got a chance for a big game.
Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for two and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get in overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for two right here.
We're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Seminoles move into the red zone. Fighting him off. Run down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the back now goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
To throw into Uiagalelei. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. And it's good right down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. You need a field goal at least to force another overtime. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that run produces a decent gain. Second down after that previous play. Handoff heading left. No shot to bring him down. And he's in. It's a touchdown to win the game. A double overtime classic.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you